Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new ball pit video. Today we're going to freeze the world and deal damage with that freeze. So we're going to be playing with the repugnant. It starts with a freeze ball. Balls deal more damage each time they bounce, and then they also hit, when they hit the back wall, they return to us, piercing all enemies that they pass through or dealing damage to all of them. And then we're going to be playing with the ghost, and we're going to combine the freeze and ghost to get that specter or whatever it's called. And I don't want it on fast, we'll go with normal. And what this is going to do is it's also going to provide us the ability to use the icicle. So someone did ask us to play with the freeze ray maggots. There's a couple of things there. One, I'm not a fan of maggots per se, but we get the frozen spark, which is necessary for this. So personally speaking, I prefer Spider Queen over maggots. So we are going to do Spider Queen over maggots, and or maybe we can even do both. Maybe we can get double the things, and we'll see which one is better in this run specifically. Maybe maggots is better when you're playing with the repugnant, because the character actually has the balls land up coming back to us. So maggot may be more balls going forward. Maybe we can try both options in two separate runs and see what happens. But for now we're going to be doing Spider Queen, and we'll go from there. If we don't get obviously the maggots and Spider Queen in a single run, then we can do that as well. But yeah, that's what we're looking for. We want as much crit as possible as well, so we're going to grab ourselves the reaches. Actually, we're going to try and grab the 4 crits first. So we don't necessarily need lasers, and we don't need ghost. What? Oh wait, we do need ghost. No? Yes, we do need ghost. So we need another ghost, and we need another freeze. Alright, perfect. There's one dagger, and we'll get the ghost up. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the exact same ball, but with both maggot and then Spider Queen, and see how it goes. So we've got the ball already, we've got a double ball, there we go, we've got the evolution. We just need either cell. Sorry, we need both cell and the egg sac. And it will be nice to see the entire, everything just frozen. I really do like freeze. I don't know why I don't use it more often. Being able to keep the enemy stuck or not moving forward for a specific amount of time is always useful. And if we get all of the daggers, it will be very nice to be able to then have them do something else for us. So we don't need that. We can banish it. Each time ball hits a wall, it deals 50% extra damage on the next hit. That is also pretty good. So it is something that we can keep our eyes on. But we just want to re-roll over here. So there's cell. So it looks like we're going to start off with maggot, which is perfect. I just want to level up one more time so that we can provide ourselves with maggot first. Alright, so now we've got maggot. Okay, we do need to level up both this ball and maggot, which we haven't done yet. Oh, okay. It's not the end of the world. We're going to use the fission, and that's going to level up both of those. It just means the next one will be a definite, so we just need to be careful. We need to use the next one because we are able, because we're doing 2 balls, that means 9, or what is it? It's 3 per ball, so that's 9 that we need, I think, if my math is right. So it's 1, 2. No, sorry, it's 1, 2, then the fuse is 3. So we need 6 in total. Alright, so we don't need the iron ball, so we're going to remove that, and we're going to level up maggot. And we just need to find a egg sac and a brood mother now. we're going to just banish all the other balls that we do not need. And there's a brood mother. Beautiful. Now we're just looking for an egg sac, which we can't get just yet because we're full up on balls. And that's okay. This is probably a really good character to run the bottle tornado on, because the balls always come back to you. Alright, we actually managed to get the evolution first, but I want the fusion. So we're going to go with Wraith Maggot for the first fusion. So there we go. It deals up to 630 damage, and then spawned balls for maggots have the same properties as Wraith. That's pretty cool. And then we're just looking for a egg sac if possible. So not cell, egg sac. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, so we got all the balls we needed. This is a very, very fantastic run, actually. And I know that previously someone mentioned, you know, I wasn't banishing balls properly and I wasn't doing things like that. And now we did the banishing, so it actually made a big difference. So thank you guys. Your comments have reminded me to do specific things in game, because sometimes I'm more interested in just playing and seeing the numbers, and then half the time I completely forget what I'm doing. So thank you. Let's see. We need to level this up. We only want the 2 balls. Obviously the one's going to have done more damage because it's going to be launched, but we'll look at the actual DPS numbers because that should make a difference. And we don't have to worry about that. Freezes enemies as it passes through them. I mean, look, the damage isn't amazing, but it's definitely not bad. But I've never been a fan of maggots per se, because it requires you to defeat the enemy, whereas Spider Queen, you just have to hit the enemy and it's a 45% chance of it spreading. So there is a big difference between the two, and I just prefer having it be on hit instead of on kill. Also, there's no character that starts with Cell, but you can use Flagellant. And they start off with at least they get the one upgrade. So over here we can waste 1 and we get the double ghost, so that's perfect, and that means that this elite will give us the fusion that we need. The only thing we're waiting for now is more crit, I guess. Because as you can see, crit is very vital to everything. And as you can see, the boss doesn't move. Because why? Because he is frozen. So he's going to stay at the very top there the entire time. And this is true for everything that freezes. Even if we stand in front of him, it's probably better so that all the balls land up going through the boss. But we've got to deal with everything. Remember, the more balls bounce, the more damage they're going to do as well. So we kind of actually do want to get the caress, the ghostly caress, so that the balls can bounce through enemies. But here we go, we get the fusion, and we're going to see which one's better. Is it the Ghost and Spider, or is it the Wraith and Spider Queen, or Wraith and Maggots? And then what do we want over here? We don't need any more balls, but we wanted crit and stuff. But unfortunately, we're not getting the side crits. Okay, we do get the ethereal cloak, which we'll take. And then I can't afford any more rerolls, so we gotta just move on. But ethereal cloak makes us jump through enemies, which is perfect. Alright, vision for some gold. As mentioned in the comments, you can either right click on your mouse, or you can use escape on the keyboard, depending on whichever one's closest to you at the time. Obviously it should be your mouse, because you're using your mouse to aim. Also, I believe you can now use the arrow keys, your up, down, left, right directional buttons on your keyboard, which I believe wasn't available before. So now that is. Also, another thing they changed in the most recent patch is the Onion Man. Actually pretty cool. Balls deal damage but decays with each bounce. Balls start off at less speed but increases. Let's go Wagon Wheel, so that the more times they bounce, the more damage they get, because we're not getting a lot of the crits like we wanted. Unfortunately, it's just not showing up. But its Wagon Wheel's also just as good, because it should multiply with our passive as well. I mean, that's quite a decent amount of damage. 1200 ice damage for free. I will take it. I think the problem is the repugnant doesn't allow the balls to bounce on the enemies like it should. So therefore they actually land up not doing as much as they can do. So it might be better to not use the repugnant. Or we just missing the cloak. Okay, so the Wretched Onion did get a buff. The Wretched Onion now has it so that it now scales with the AoE, so if you use it with the Makeshift Sisyphus, you're going to have a really fun time with the Onion. I think it could be quite fun where you run up to enemies like over here and you're dealing damage with your character instead of the balls. So that could be a really fun option to look at as well, just to see how much damage it does. Not really a fun option in terms of anything else though. And now there's a bit of a problem. I don't think we do a lot of damage to bosses, so this is going to take quite a time. But we should be fine. I mean, the damage isn't bad. It's just not amazing. Okay, we don't need Exploding Valve. Let's see, Back's crit would actually be pretty good, so we'll keep that. A back crit can work wonders. Ooh. What we want to do is just try and position ourselves so that all the balls land up going through the boss. Quite a difficult one to position yourself around, but it's okay. Well, it's not terrible. If you play against things like the Skeleton King, it's far worse. Well, this isn't, I mean, it's not amazing, but it's not terrible. I think the crit is making us do quite a bit of damage. Unfortunately for bosses, you do need a hemorrhage or anything to that extent. Also, this boss moves around a whack ton, so I think it's a lot of people don't like it. I know this is going to sound like stupid, but if we were able to get banishes that were separate for balls and banishes that were separate for passives, that would be so cool. Or even something else that allows you to block completely passives in the game, because half of the time I'm never going to use stone effigies. I mean, there's no real reason to use them. Everyone knows what they do, but there's no reason to ever use them. I don't see how they can be better than just your balls themselves doing a lot of damage. But anyway, there you go. There you have it. It took us a little bit more time because not really the best for bossing, but otherwise it dealt a pretty decent damage. We did more damage with Wraith Maggots, I believe. Actually, no, we didn't. So even with it was nearly half the amount of launches, the actual DPS number for the Wraith Spider Queen is much higher. So 347664. So they have the exact same numbers in terms of hit damage, but because maggots require you to first kill the enemy and then they explode into 2 to 3 baby balls. This one actually deals more damage because it's a 45% chance that it's on hit, and it's each time it hits an enemy, and it can be the same enemy over and over again. So definitely launches. It didn't launch more balls this time, but they did more damage as a DPS number over there. So that's really fantastic to see. At least I was right about the Spider Queen being able to do more damage than maggots. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.